11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
All good, just flip it. We welcome you to Los Angeles for tonight's broadcast as the LA Lycans take on the Las Vegas Fury, two undefeated teams. We are set to get rolling here this evening. A beautiful night for football. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice for tonight's game. Gerald, two undefeated teams, only one of them can make it out this week alive.
Definitely, this is going to be basically the immovable force versus the immovable object here. We have two top 10 offenses going against two top 5 defenses. Should be a barn burner.
Las Vegas will start with the football. They wear white and black. Colin Pierce, the rookie, will flip it out to Johnson out of the backfield. And Gerald, this rookie has impressed me. He's led this team this season to 2-0 to start. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Not much from a rookie quarterback. Colin Pierce is actually looking quite good. Almost 67% completion percentage in his last game, a 24-6 victory over the San Diego Mavericks. On an 83.6 QBR, great start for your career.
On second down, they give to Johnson, stuffed in the backfield. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10. This Lycans defense so far is a strong one. They're kind of led there in the backfield by Jack Hacksaw and that strong linebacking core with Buddy Blaze as well.
Buddy Blaze and Jack Hacksaw, two of the premier outside linebackers in the league.
Gun straight look. Here is Pierce. Dumps underneath, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. Pierce a little frustrated there. He danced out of some pressure, but the pass was dropped there by Marion Corbetti.
Marion Corbetti, the backup wide receiver. That's why his backup had hands like a greased pig there and could not bring it in. Brings up a 4th down.
So Las Vegas will have to punt. The hard part about being 2-0 and facing another 2-0 team is that they are just as good, if not better than you. I feel like these two teams both have a lot of respect for one another, and they are going to have to, really butt heads here for one of them to get a victory. Fumble on the play! Los Angeles turns it right back over, and Vegas is sitting pretty. They are able to recover that. Was Max Jackson who fell on top of it. Itera forced the fumble.
What a turn of events here for the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the keys I had was they had to win the turnover battle, and that's not the way to do it. They say defense and special teams will help you win games. The special teams comes up big there, Las Vegas.
Right back on offense. Colin Pierce didn't sit down for very long. Him, Scott Johnson, and the offensive unit back out on the field. Johnson up the middle, and let's run you through this offense. Scott Johnson, the halfback. John Blades, Mason Kirby, and Doug Britton are the wide receivers. A-Star Miramontes and the old man Tiberius Bovine, 14 seasons in the league, comes over from the Arizona Scorpions to Las Vegas, playing for the Fury and helping with this offensive unit. That will set them up here, 2nd and 7. Pierce stands in the pocket, delivers underneath. Wow, what a grab on the sideline boundary. John Blades shows off the hands.
John Blades with a great catch along the sides. Bobbled it a little bit, but stayed with it. Got the catch for the first down. And speaking of Tiberius Bovine, if you're the tight end A-Star Miramontes, but do you have a learning tree to learn under from Tiberius Bovine, one of the best that's ever done it.
They will set up 1st and 10, 9 minutes to go here in the first. Here is Pierce on the road. Rookie fire into the end zone, tipped away. He was looking for the big play man, Mason Kirby, 2nd in the league in average yards per catch on the long ball.
Peanut Say, a former teammate of his in the SFL minor league, knocks down that pass, bring up 2nd and 10. Great coverage there by Peanut Say.
Man, that'll set him up here. 4-3-4 Los Angeles against this 2 wide receiver set for the Fury. Back to throw. And pressure got to him. It was Stark who came up the middle.
Or Stark putting pressure on Colin Pierce. And I think that is what the defense here for Los Angeles needs to do. They need to really, disguise their coverages, use different looks to confuse them, to maybe throw an interception or maybe take a sack like he almost did there.
Shotgun look for Pierce here on 3rd and 10, trying to convert the turnover into points. Pierce, deep shot, caught! Touchdown, Las Vegas. They take the lead.
Great pocket, but look at the pocket. Had all day to throw the football. And just a nice little post route there by John Blades. He comes up big with the first points of the game and puts Las Vegas up 6. They turn the ball over. They turn it into 6.
Blades' 25th touchdown catch of all time, has been in the league a while. That's his 3rd this season. Coming into the game, he was 5th in the league in touchdowns. He adds another one here, and Las Vegas takes the muffed punt and turns it into points.
And that's a big momentum shift there, especially being the road team here and to quiet down the Los Angeles crowd. Be a big difference in this ballgame.
Oh, huge. I mean, anytime you get a turnover, Gerald, you got to try and turn it into points, especially on your opponent's end of the field, no less.
Especially if you turn those points into 7 instead of settling for field goals, that just makes it all the more challenging for the home team.
Kick is away. Likens will take a knee, and that will set them up at the 20-yard line. Probably better, considering that they muffed the punt on the other side. Maybe not worth the risk from Rahman Jr. So for the first time tonight, we will see Sully Richardson, the transplant coming over from the Carolina offense, has nearly 10,121 career passing yards, 70% completion percentage as a quarterback, 61 touchdowns to 74 interceptions, and he will throw on first down over across the middle, and it's tipped away. Was trying to hook up with Davius Reed.
Davius Reed, one of the quicker wide receivers and one of his most tenured receivers, 7 seasons in this league. Was covered, blanketed there, top and bottom. So a nice defense for the Vegas Fury coming up here on 2nd down.
From the 20, Reed will Richardson will have Robert Johnson in the backfield, second-year man, and they will feed him on second down. Johnson popped at the 23-yard line. Nicky Colantrelli says, hello.
Nicky Colantrelli with the big stick. As you see the keys to the game, the offense for LA must defeat the Las Vegas D. 8 points a game coming in, second in the league. They use the different looks on defense to confuse Pierce. In the turnover battle right now, they're down 1 in that category. That's why they're down 7.
3rd and 7, firing, caught, no, dropped in the middle of the field, was trying to hook up with the open receiver, and he could not hold on. Chris Lee, the rookie there, makes a pivotal drop, and Las Vegas going to get the ball back, Gerald.
It got a big hit there. Number 99, the outside linebacker, Slim Shady right there, just separating the football from the receiver. And Las Vegas has come out firing here in the first quarter.
Vegas defense coached by Tony Benfield, also an owner along with John Bond for this Las Vegas Fury team. Slim Shady, the linebacker, helped set up this team as general manager along with Rhett Sawyer, their assistant general manager. They've had some down years in Las Vegas, haven't been necessarily a team that all SFL teams fear, but this season starting out 2-0, and they have started out on the right foot tonight, now getting the ball for their 3rd offensive possession at the 45. Well, let's go through the Los Angeles defense while we're here. Moore Rivers, Andre Krim are the defensive ends. Raymond Jones III and Forrest Stark are the tackles. Danny Stinson, Jack Hacksaw, Buddy Blaze are the linebackers. Mike Scott, Thomasina Rahman, and Thomas Rahman Jr. are the cornerbacks. Rochelle Colston, Peanut Say, and Ryan Yosef round out the secondary for the Lycans. Throw on first down is complete, down to the 44.
Great catch there across the middle there by Doug Britton. That's a first down and gets them on LA side of the 50 already on that first play of the drive. Las Vegas looking to really shut the door early here in this ballgame.
Tom Rahman, the offensive coordinator for Los Angeles. Rochelle Colston, the head coach. That duo owning the team. And their defensive coordinator is Sully Richardson. Give right side Johnson, and he will pick up 4 yards, setting up 2nd and 6 at the LA 41 for this Las Vegas team here, Gerald. Very, they're going to have their hands full with this defense.
Oh, definitely. You have some of the best tackling secondary people in here. Thomasina Rahman, Thomas Rahman Jr., and Rochelle Colston almost getting to the 300 mark in tackles. You have Thomasina Rahman that have just 2 pick sixes, so it's a great defense to go against.
Pierce, deep shot is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Plenty of blue jerseys in the area. Rahman Jr. is the one who ends up deflecting it.
Throwing it into a sea of blue. Lucky that ball falls to the turf, makes it 3rd and 6 here. You have the playbook wide open. This is where Tiberius Bovine needs to show up, get across the middle, and get that first down.
Bovine last game was able to haul in a 5-catch, 54-yard day. Pierce will throw outside, and that is collected for first down yardage by Blades again. 3 grabs and a touchdown for Blades early in this game.
3 targets, 3 catches. You see, Pierce looks like a 10-season vet right there. So right on the money. Looking good down here at the 25. They're already in field goal range here. See if they can punch it in for 7 more.
St. Louis moved to 3-0 earlier today, along with Denver. Vancouver will not play until tomorrow, and one of these 2 teams will also go to 3-0. Pierce on 1st and 10, fires across the middle, tipped up and incomplete. Kirby had a second shot at it. Moore Rivers supplying some pressure.
Moore Rivers just is an amazing defensive end. Quick, has a great swim move, and can put pressure on the quarterback from basically whatever side of the football he lines up on. So it's the one person I think Colin Pierce really has to worry about here. Maybe rolling away from side that he's on.
Shotgun look here for Colin Pierce. 6'5", 225, stands in the gun. Pressure coming, unloads, tipped up, and incomplete. Nearly was picked off. Plenty of defenders had an opportunity at it. Blades couldn't hold on. They lived to see third down.
Danny Stinson had a shot at it. The ball was hit up and it just tipped up in the air. As you see, there's like 6 blue shirts there among the football, and they were just playing hot potato, and the ball goes harmlessly to the ground. Luckily for the Las Vegas Fury, bring up 3rd and 10.
Fury trying to extend their lead. They are in field goal range, and this is where Colin Pierce needs to be told by his staff to make sure to take care of the football. 5 wide. Here is the throw. Corner route, bottom of the screen. Caught! Touchdown, John Blades! Touchdown, Las Vegas!
What a throw. What a catch by Blades there at the 2, and then takes it into the end zone. Just goes up and just reaches up and just snares this football. Colin Pierce had Moore Rivers bearing down on him. Stood strong in the pocket. But looked like it was going to go out of bounds. Just snared it in. And Vegas is going to go up 13, 14 extra point pending. If you're betting on the spread here and it's a pick'em game, you bet on Vegas, you're looking good right now.
Yeah, the tough part about a game like this, Gerald, is that early success does not necessarily always equal long-term success. For Las Vegas, the key will not only be taking the lead, but also maintaining it. Kick is blocked on the extra point and will not count, so it remains a 13-0 game. Bordeaux ran into some trouble.
And the snap was a little bit low. Then there was no chance that Los Angeles Lakers got so much pressure up the middle. It looked like the backup defensive tackle there, DJ Magic, made the block. So, big extra point miss there for Las Vegas. Could that come back to haunt them? I will only tell.
13-0 remains the score with 6:26 to go here in the first. Return from Rahman Jr. out across the 20-yard line, just out to the 21. Sully Richardson and this offense returns to the field, but the Las Vegas defense is led by Red Sawyer and their newcomer, Week 3 signing Ryan Ray at defensive end, A.K. Jones at defensive tackle, Eric Davis, Slyn Shady, and Day Drury are the 3 linebackers. Tom Krieg, Merrick Itera, Nicky Colantrelli, Chris Magel, and Max Jackson round out the secondary for this Fury team. Handoff, Johnson stood and dropped right there. He met Day Drury, and not Day Drury. He met number 58 in the hole, and he said, "Hello, nice to meet you."
That is Day Drury for the Las Vegas Fury. Just came up and just stuck his shoulder pad right in between the numbers, said hello, and brought up 2nd and 8.
Tay Drury, a linebacker who's been in the league for a while, 7 seasons, I think used to wear 59, so the 58 threw me off. Here is the throw on 2nd and 8, out of bounds. The first completion for Sully Richardson today. He's able to find Elsie Pryor, the former Las Vegas Fury member, and they will get out to the 32.
There's a couple of Las Vegas Fury players on this Lycan squad. Speaking of Elsie Pryor, had a fantastic game last game against Houston. 8 catches for a $134 and a score. Having a great season so far.
Shotgun snap. Richardson throws on the run. Sidearm sling, and Max Jackson is there to make the play. Jackson not necessarily one you want to mess with.
Definitely not. And as you see, you have Elsie Pryor, Tom Rahman, and Tom Rahman Jr. facing their former team. And then in the SFL side of things, Chris Magel and Colin Pierce for Vegas are facing off against a great free safety for the Lycans and Peanut Say. So you definitely have some familiar faces, but in different places.
These players and teams know each other well. Richardson, out route, wide open out route. Oh, man, if the receiver there could have just held the footing, that was Tito Camino, the backup tight end. If he could just keep his footing, would have ran for 15, 20 yards there, Gerald.
Yeah, it looked like he got crossed up, reaching back for the football, just couldn't get his feet under him. Yeah, definitely had some green in front of him, definitely had the first down. easily covered. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
From the 37, shotgun look for Richardson. Pressure coming late off the backside, is able to dump underneath. Johnson tackled well short of the sticks.
Yeah, he felt the pressure coming from the outside. I believe the pressure was being applied by a strong safety, Chuck Warsaw, but it forced him to go down, to use his check down receiver well short of the 1st down and forces a 4th down in a punting situation.
Yeah, this LA team, Gerald, has started off slow, and they will have to pick that up. Richardson only completing 50% of his passes. His average yards per attempt, 2.7 through the first 2 drives. Return here for Las Vegas, only out to the 29, and they will take over there. Colin Pierce also completing 50% of his passes. He is 6 for 12, but he has 84 yards and 2 touchdowns, averaging 7 yards per attempt. David Harrell and Delaney Nash running the stats truck for us. Appreciate you, gentlemen, along with Stephen Hacker, for getting us all set up on that side. And that will take us to Las Vegas's next drive. Pierce, the rookie, stands in the shotgun against the 3-2. Pressure coming, and he throws a pick! Intercepted for LA. They turn the tide right away. Jumping up to intercept that one is Ryan Yosef.
Hey, yo, Ryan Yosef with the interception, his 13th of his career, and he just read the eyes right there. Just an unbelievably athletic play to jump up, almost an over-the-shoulder interception there, and it puts LA in great field position at the Las Vegas 30.
Those are the type of plays that turn games. It was looking all fury there for a moment as they were up 13-0, had the ball back, and then bam, one interception can give the Lycans life again. Give up the middle. Johnson wrapped up well. They've moved, it looks like, Max Jackson up in a 4-4 defense there, Gerald, and so far it's worked really well against the run.
Oh, it's definitely stuffed the run. Robert Johnson only 5 yards on 2 carries, brings up 2nd and 11 right now. Let's see if the Fury can actually hold them to 3.
Shotgun look here. Looks like a split spread here for Los Angeles. Richardson stands, delivers on the deep out, and it's caught on the outside. Davius Reed working on Merrick Itera. Good to the 18.
Great pass there by Sully Richardson, just showing his 4th-season coolness right there. Just put it right where only the receiver could get it. Great catch for the 1st down, and they're inside the red zone.
4-2 look here out of Las Vegas. They are going to play some bump. Here is Richardson. Late blitz coming off the edge, and down goes Richardson. Las Vegas gets to him and makes the play. It is Ryan Ray in his first game in the SFL. He has a sack.
Welcome to the SFL, Ryan Ray, your first ever SFL sack, and it couldn't have come at a better time. 7-yard loss for the Week 3 signing.
Signed onto the active roster to play in this game, and he makes a big play. That catch is made for 6 to make it 3rd and 11, but that play could be the difference, Gerald, between 7 and 3.
Oh, it definitely could. You don't make that sack, that 6-yard game makes it 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 11, as he hit, Sully Richard hit his former teammate from Carolina, tight end Jack Flash, for a gain of 6, brings up 3rd and long.
4 receivers split out, 3-2 look out of the Fury. Single back is Johnson. Richardson across the middle is caught. How did he not get in the end zone? Reed down to the 2.
I think he was shocked that he actually caught the football. As you see coming across here, how that ball got to him, I have no clue, as Max Jackson just actually took the wrong route toward the football. The first down conversion for the Lycans brings them to the 2-yard line.
That will set them up here from the 2. Handoff. Johnson, walk the dog. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Robert Johnson puts points on the board for the Lycans.
Both teams have turned the turnovers into touchdowns. This one, Robert Johnson, you and I could have walked through that hole that was just absolutely untouched to go in the end zone. And once again, turnovers can kill you, especially when your own side of the field. You have a 6-play, 29-yard drive for Los Angeles. Extra point pending to cut it to 6.
In a game like this, turnovers can be the difference between winning and losing. And in some regards, Gerald, the ability to convert those into points is huge. Los Angeles, with a big interception, converts it into 7 points, and they are on their way here, especially with that mixed extra point, because another touchdown and extra point for Los Angeles would give them the lead, Gerald.
Yeah, so both teams making special teams blunders as LA fumbled that punt, and Las Vegas had a high snap and cost them an extra point. Those are the type of little tiny mistakes that can just turn the game on a dime.
Vegas out to return, out across the 20 to the 22. The Fury haven't necessarily played a super clean game so far. They do have the 2 touchdowns, but obviously the interception there that really, hurt them bad. So Gerald, they got some room to improve.
And Colin Pierce came in to this week with, I believe, 4 interceptions for the season, and he threw his 5th one. He's just got to be a little bit more cautious with the football.
Pierce fires, Blades wide open across the middle. John Blades having a great day through this first quarter.
As you see, 98 yards on 5 receptions. Colin Pierce is just looking for Blades here, just staring him down. He's got to be careful doing that. You have those great cornerbacks in Brian Joseph, Peanut Say, Joe Colston, Thomasina Rahman, and Thomas Rahman Jr., Mike Scott. You look your defenders down as a rookie, you will get picked off quite a bit in this league.
Just around 90 seconds left here in this first quarter of play. 3-3 look out of Los Angeles. They will fire on the slant, and it is that man again, John Blades, another grab. He is nearing the 100-yard mark.
This is an unbelievable quarter here for John Blades. It's going to get him like knocking on the door to 100 yards here. Let's see what happens here on 1st and 10.
Working over there on Thomas Rahman Jr., who fumbled earlier in the game, not having a great run. Here is the give to Johnson, and he is stuffed up the middle. Coming right up to make the play was Buddy Blaze.
Buddy Blaze coming up with the tackle here with the 3rd season vet. 3 seasons, he has 250 tackles at 75 a season. Great outside linebacker here for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Played for Chicago, moved with the team. Lots of Fury members on this team, a couple of Skyhawks, and some other movers and shakers. Deep ball is picked off. That one's intercepted, and Peanuts Say, the rookie, 2nd round pick, 20th overall, or 20th in the round, 44th overall, intercepts another rookie and takes the ball back for Los Angeles.
Peanut Say's 3rd interception of the season, having a great rookie campaign. In the last game, actually had 2 interceptions and returned one of them for a pick 6. So again, a turnover may prove costly. We'll find out here in a minute.
4-4 look here for the Fury. Handoff Johnson. Johnson breaking through, and he picks up quite a few yards out to the 43. A 1st down carry, and that the biggest of the night for Johnson.
Yes, definitely the longest run for him of the night. And going back to that touchdown run that he had, that is the first touchdown run allowed by the Las Vegas Fury this year.
Johnson, 2 seasons in the league, came in mid-season last year, 679 yards coming into the season, and that carry will take us to the end of the first quarter. 13-7, Fury on top of Los Angeles, but don't count the Lycans just out yet. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice here. Second quarter action between Los Angeles and Las Vegas. Give to Johnson, left side with plenty of room. Johnson through one. First down, carry out to the Las Vegas 46. Lycans are starting to get it rolling, Gerald.
Contrelli couldn't quite make the tackle. And these are another running backs you cannot tackle high. In the SFL, you can tackle these running backs high because they'll just shrug you off like a bad case of fleas.
Single back offset to the right. Twins bottom of the screen. 4-4 look for the Fury. And this one is another Johnson carry.
Johnson just taking defenders with him on that 8-yard carry. Just an unbelievable, powerful run here. And if you're Los Angeles right now, you have got to be happy with the way your offense is clicking right now, turning away from that early fumble on the special teams play.
Shotgun look, 2 wide receivers wide. Richardson with the snap. Richardson tosses across the middle. Jack Flash with the catch down to the 29.
And again, the former Carolina Skyhawk connection pays dividends here for the Lycans as they are inside the 30-yard line of Las Vegas. I love the mixing and matching of play calls here. Definite balance between the run and the pass, keeping Las Vegas Fury on their heels.
3 wide. Here is Richardson taking a shot. Wide open over the top. Davius Reed strikes, and LA is an extra point away from taking the lead.
They have run a play with Robert Johnson so much, I think the linebackers and the safeties might have bit a little bit and absolutely left Davius Reed behind the defense. And again, that missed extra point may be proven costly here, as the extra point can give the Los Angeles Lakers the lead here. And who would have thought this early in the first quarter?
What a big comeback for the Lycans. I mean, they weren't down by very many points, Gerald, but momentum just felt like it was all on the side of the Fury. That extra point is up and good, and at this point, they have retaken the lead 14-13, a 14-0 run from the Lycans.
Well, we had a great drive before, then the interception coming back to haunt him. Alan Pierce might have 2 touchdowns, but the 2 picks equal to 14 of the Los Angeles Lycans points. So the rookie's got to take care of the football.
Vegas on the return will bring this one out to the 24. Colin Pierce, the rookie, will re-enter the field of play. Gerald, you hit it on the head. The 2 interceptions really are the way that Los Angeles has got back in it.
That was one of the keys to the game for Las Vegas, is to stay away from game-changing interceptions. And when you have 2 interceptions and the defense turns it back to the offense to give them 14 points, it is a definite game changer.
Under center. Here is Pierce out to Johnson on the outside, and he's knocked around.
You know, it's Thomas Rahman Jr. there on the stick, on back and forth. Johnson's like, "Is that all you got?" But I think Thomas Rahman Jr. can actually say, "I got the better of you on that play." 2nd and 4.
Huge drive here for Las Vegas. They had gone up 13-0, and it felt like they were in control. Had that taken away from them, points here would be big for that sideline. 2nd and 4, deep shot, picked off again! Los Angeles is Johnny on the spot, and Rochelle Colston takes it away.
Another costly interception here by the rookie. As you see, the ball is just underthrown, and Rochelle Colston with an easy interception. And there's Los Angeles again already in Las Vegas territory at the 49. They are at least a first down, maybe 2, or at least being in field goal range to see if they can turn these into points once again.
4 receivers wide. Low snap to Richardson. Checks underneath to the back, and he will pick up 2 before this Fury defense can rally to the ball. They've been on the field a lot, Gerald.
Yeah, they've definitely have got to be hopefully getting some oxygen there on the sidelines, because lately with just the quickness of the turnovers by the Las Vegas Fury offense. They have been out here quite a bit.
Trips tight to the top of the formation here. Las Vegas looking to play some bump. Single back. They will give it to Johnson right up the middle. Johnson threw one, and he's clattered himself. Cullen Trelly brought his hard hat and lunch pail to work today.
Hey, boy, another big hit from Mickey Cullen Trelly there. Brings up 3rd and 2. But as you saw there, he broke the first tackle from the linebacker. I believe it was Day Drury. They had him for a 3-yard gain, and it ended up being an 8-yard gain.
2 in the backfield. Richardson to throw on 3rd down. Wide open receiver. Caught first down yardage. Davius Reed.
Davius Reed, who hauled the touchdown to put them ahead 14-13. Came across the middle, wide open. Great throw by Sonny Richardson. You'd wonder if basically a new quarterback with all these new receivers, except for Jack Flash, they could have any continuity, but they're looking really good right now.
3 receivers wide. Shotgun look here for Richardson. Quarterback drops. Pressure coming, and down he goes. Vegas brings the heat, and A.K. Jones takes him down.
A.K. Jones, along with Ryan Ray, combined on the sack. Unbelievable pressure they're put on the Las Vegas Fury defense. Brings up 2nd and 14.
5 wide, 3-2 look here out of Las Vegas. Richardson to throw, fires on the slant, dropped in and out of the hands of the receiver who could not hang on, Isaiah Barrett.
Isaiah Barrett, you know how long that football, I think Sully got rid of that ball a little quicker than he wanted to because he heard footsteps of the big defensive end, number 54, Brett Sawyer, barreling down on him. 3rd and 14. That sack could have been big because that's almost the range of the field goal. They might just want to get a short pass here if they can't get the first down to get some more yards for the field goal kicker.
Rob Ems, the kicker. We'll see if they need to call on him. Richardson fires deep across the middle, and it's in and out of the hands of Davius Reed. I thought he had a shot at it, but did not haul it in.
Davius Reed, they would have been for a first down, and Rob Ems coming out on the field. This is, I think it's going to be either a 49 or a 50-yarder. I think I've seen him kick one from like 52, but it's basically right on the edge of his range here. Looks like it's going to be a 50-yarder. This to take the lead up to 4.
Would be a huge kick if Ems could do so. He will line it up here. The holder is Nico Squirrel. Held down, kick up and on the way, and good from 50 yards. Los Angeles able to extend the lead on the 3rd interception from Colin Pierce.
That would have been good from 55 plus as he hits the screen, basically telling me, think I have a weak leg? Here you go. That was a great field goal there, and it puts him up 4. Field goal doesn't help them right now. Las Vegas definitely has the momentum.
Ems in his last name must stand for millions because that leg is money from 50 yards, and Los Angeles finds themselves up by 4. Pryor on the return, and Britton, excuse me again, out to the 23, and that is where Las Vegas will come back out. Only 4 carries for Scott Johnson, 18 passing attempts. Gerald, they got to get the ground game going.
But definitely, especially with the inconsistency and the turnover propensity there being shown by Colin Pearson this first half. I want to start running the football.
3 wide here in a shotgun spread against a 3-3 for Los Angeles. Pierce going to fire for the 19th time tonight. Deep ball picked off again. Intercepted, the second for Yosef tonight. And LA's secondary is making a mockery of the rookie.
Absolutely just changing their looks and absolutely confusing Colin Pierce. As you see, Brian Yosef just following the eyes of the rookie once again. Went out and makes a great interception, his 2nd of the ball game, as you said, his 3rd of the season. And right now, Little Mo is wearing blue and yellow.
Lady Luck has shined on the Lycans tonight. Might be a full moon, might be this LA crowd that is willing them to have all the momentum. Johnson will pick up 2 more, a 17-0 run. Gerald, since that span, they've picked up 4 interceptions, and if they score on this drive, it'll be converting 4 turnovers into 4 scores.
They're definitely in M's range, as we saw from his last field goal. But right now, Las Vegas offense has got to find a way to keep that football in their hands because they can't afford to do it. Keep turning the ball over.
Vegas has committed to slowing down Johnson, and they do so right there. Rhett Sawyer right up the middle makes it 3rd and 10. They're going to ask Richardson to throw.
Richardson's going to throw here. I'd like to see them go after the wide receiver Chris Lee, or have your old reliable tight end and Jack Flash maybe going across the middle.
10 of 15 tonight is Richardson. 4 wide here against a 3-2 look. Richardson throws, tipped up and incomplete. Nice defensive play there by Eric Davis to get a hand on it.
Great stop there to maybe hold Los Angeles to only 3 points. Keep it a 1-score game. But like I said, the Vegas Fury have to find a way to get the halfback Scott Johnson involved here. Take some of the pressure off the rookie Colin Pierce, as the Vikings secondary is just eating them alive.
They will bring on the kicker. Ems just hit from 50, so this, you'd imagine, would be easier. Runner off the edge did not get there, and the 46-yard kick is up and good, but it was close, Gerald.
They're talking about being calm under pressure. And Rob Ems just stood his ground and stood tall. Hit that perfectly through the middle of the uprights. And now it's a 20-0 run here for the Lycans. And if you're Las Vegas, you've got to try to do something, flip the playbook, do something. You got to get some heat off of Colin Pierce.
A 7-point lead here for Los Angeles, but with 4 interceptions, you got to feel good about only being down by 7 at this point. Fumble! Ball's on the turf, and Max Jackson able to fall on it for Las Vegas. Oh, man, the whole night would have been flipped on its head if that would have gone back to the Lycans.
Unreal. It seems like you heard the term quicksand. It just seems like the Las Vegas Fury are in there just trying so hard to make plays. And again, another special team faux pas. This time it goes the way of Las Vegas. They recover their own fumble.
Here is another throw from Pierce. This time a completion out of the backfield. Good for no yards to Johnson, but it's not an interception, so it feels like a win for the Fury.
You gotta maybe start throwing those little out routes for maybe 3 or 4 yards to get the young man's confidence back up. Like you said, as long as it didn't go into the hands of a Lycans defender, it's definitely a win for the Fury.
Pierce coming into the game had only thrown 4 interceptions, was 7th in the league for interceptions, has thrown 4 more tonight for 8 total in his young career. Takes a 5-step drop, fires across the middle, and that one was nearly picked off as well.
Buddy Blaze had it, and Colin Pierce had pressure coming from the outside. I don't know if that was Raymond Jones or Forrest Stark. He got rid of that ball in a hurry. He has happy feet back there. And all of a sudden, that ball could have been number 5 for Los Angeles Lycans defense.
We've seen some crazy interception games in this league. And I think this is just a young player trying to force some stuff. He's going to fire. That's a nice throw out to Blades on the outside. Put it where the receiver could get. And I was just going to say, Gerald, if he just settles down, he can get in a rhythm here.
Definitely, that he has some great weapons. Blades having a half over 100 yards. They have yet to target a tight end. They've yet to target Miramontes or Tiberius Bovine. How do you let the 14-year vet, a guy that has over 11,000 yards, not even get a target right now?
Handoff, Johnson, no dice on that one, out to the 34. That big front for Los Angeles right there to make the play. Blaze coming downhill.
Blaze with the stop. And even though they might not gain a lot of yards running the football, they're going to have to do something to keep this defense honest. If not, they're just going to just key off on the pass.
Give Johnson 1 yard. They'll line it up again here. 3rd and 9. Need to get to the 50 to move the chains. Pierce gonna sling one. Picked again! Intercepted by Ryan Yosef. A hat trick.
As you said, the hat trick for Ryan Yosef. Again, going down deep on the field is where these interceptions are coming from. And once again, looking for John Blades. And that's, I think, the key right now, because a lot of the interceptions have gone when he was throwing to John Blades. He's got to start getting other receivers here. Out of this 23 attempts, 11 have been going to Blades. But that could be the reason why he's doing all these interceptions.
2 in the backfield. Richardson gonna float one over the top, and it's picked off going the other way. Oh, Day Drury hauls it down.
Day Drury with the pick, and we're almost here like a bakery here with all these turnovers here. We have 5 interceptions from Las Vegas. We have an interception and a fumble from the Lycans. I mean, this has definitely not been top-notch football here. A lot of mistakes on both sides of the playing field here. Let's see if Las Vegas can somehow, some way keep possession of this football.
Luckily, our stats men have not started to riot or picket just yet, so they'll continue to put in the plays as they go. Pierce down the field, caught! See you later, Mason Kirby!
Finally, a touchdown, a ball that has not been thrown short. If you keep going to the well, sometimes you might get some water. It did there. It's just out of the outstretched hands of Peanut Say. And by that time, it's gone to the house. Mason Kirby with a big touchdown. And just like that, we're almost at a tie ball game.
Yeah, the offensive coordinating is interesting for Las Vegas tonight, Gerald. It almost seems like they are just willing to swing for the fences every single play, and if they hit 30% of them for home runs, they consider themselves winners. They've got intercepted quite a few times tonight, but despite the interceptions, it's a tie ball game here, 20-all.
3 touchdowns for Colin Pierce, 5 interceptions. And neither quarterback is really playing that great. I mean, yeah, Colin Pierce has over 200 yards, but the 5 picks kind of negates that. Let's see how Los Angeles here can respond back as the Las Vegas Fury turn their turnover into 7 points.
One play, 69 yards for Las Vegas. Nice job for them. Gets them up to 20-20, and the Lycans come back out onto the field, throwing an interception on their last drive, and they find the game tied again.
This has been it's been a tale of the turnovers here in this ball game. We just got to see which team can really hold on to the football and maybe control it here. Could win this football game. We'll see what happens here with 3:26 to go.
Richardson, pressure coming, unloads underneath. Oh, almost taken away. Wow.
Chris Magel comes up with the stop. If that pass might have been a second later, that could have been an interception. Sully Richardson was just trying to get the ball away to their underneath receiver, forcing Richardson to check down, which is a real key here for the Las Vegas Fury defense. Almost paid off there.
2nd and 7. Richardson in the gun. Here will throw. Late pressure coming off the backside. Deep ball caught. Richardson fires right into the logo. No, dropped. Right into the logo is where he fired. I thought Pryor held on to it, but it fell incomplete.
I thought Pryor held on to that football as well. I don't know if you get to see a replay of it. James, I swear that Elsie came down with that ball, but either way, it is 3rd and 7. big break for Las Vegas Fury defense.
Snap to Richardson. Richardson to throw again. That one is complete. Jack Flash on the slant route to the 46.
If you're in trouble, just go to your old faithful Jack Flash. He stands right in the pocket, knows he needs a big play here. The pump fake, I think, might have held that linebacker just a little bit. Shady was just a little bit behind him. Just gave enough of a window for Richardson to lay that ball into the hands of Jack Flash on a big first down.
2 in the backfield, 4-4 look here out of Las Vegas. They could take a shot if they wanted it. Instead, they hand it off, and that is exactly what the Fury were expecting.
They bunched up looking for that run. You have Dave Drury there with the tackle coming to the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of action. Las Vegas 20, Los Angeles 20. Only one of them can go to 3-0. Two receivers split out. This could be danger for the Fury, who are lined up to play the run. Single back, it will be a run. Johnson off the right side. Johnson threw one. Down the sideline, Robert Johnson to the races. He's down to the 19. What a strong run from Robert Johnson.
The biggest run of the game for Robert Johnson, and that breaking the tackle on the outside pays dividends from him. He's down inside the Las Vegas 20, and they're looking here to take the lead right before the half.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts for this Los Angeles offense. 3 receivers split out, 3-3 look out of the Fury. They're going to play some bump man on the outside. Richardson stands, pump once, fires back in the end zone, caught! Rising up to make the catch is LZ Pryor against his former team for 6.
LZ Pryor, what a job there by Slade Richardson, standing in the pocket, just hitting LZ Pryor in the back of the end zone. You see a great route there, and just a great thrown football there by Sully Richardson and LZ Pryor, back-to-back weeks with a touchdown. This one not quite as thrilling as the one he had last week, but either way, it counts for 6, and Las Vegas regains the lead.
Pryor able to make a little bit of magic happen on the rookie Chris Magel, the first-round pick, 7th overall from Salt Lake City. Could not hang with the veteran and the second-year player who played his rookie season in Las Vegas, scores on Las Vegas, and it just goes to show you how many players for the Lycans, really can affect the game.
As you see, coming into this game, Sully Richardson just spreading the ball out. You saw all the stats right there. Davius Reed with 12 receptions, LG Pryor with 11, Flash with 11, all of them basically within 30 yards of one another. And that's the key for Sully Richardson. He's targeted everybody on this team at least once, and that is the key to him having a QBR of 93.9 coming into this game. And it could be another reason why Colin Pierce is struggling, because he's basically focusing on one receiver and they're reading his eyes. So when you spread the ball around, good things happen.
Pierce with 5 interceptions tonight, on pace to set an SFL record. The record is 9 in a single game. Pierce loads the cannon, fires! See you later, John Blades in a foot race! Down to the 5 and in for the score! Oh my!
As you say, home run, Las Vegas Fury, as they're just trying just to throw the ball deep, get the guy behind the sidelines. As you see Blaze just absolutely outrunning everybody on that secondary, and Thomas Rahman, what an effort to try to bring him down before the goal line. Does not happen. And again, the quick fire offense of Vegas. A 69-yard pass, one-play drive. Now it's a 76-yard one-play drive. And just like that, we're almost at a tie ball game. Wow.
Colin Pierce continues to load and fire. And you just have to imagine, Gerald, that the moxie of the kid, to throw 5 interceptions and say, you know what, that guy looks open to me. I'm going to, wind this thing up, toss it as far as I can. It's money. And the over-under, get this, Gerald, we are any score away from breaking the over-under with 1:05 to go in the second. If you bet the under, I feel sorry for you.
I don't know what to say, because it's coming in. Las Vegas was only giving up 8 points and 7. Just unbelievable. This amount of turnovers, and just like you said, Colin Pierce, 281 yards throwing the football in the first half, 194 of those. John Blades hit the hat trick for touchdown receptions, matching Ryan Yosef's hat trick on the other side of the football. So what's going to happen in the last 60 seconds?
2 backs in the backfield, flash down here on the bottom of the field. They'll give Johnson left side. Johnson with a block. Johnson down the sideline. Johnson across midfield, 1 man to beat. Johnson trying to outrun him, and no, he's brought down at the 28. Oh boy, I hope you all brought your popcorn.
This is like watching a tennis match going back and forth. Unbelievable run here by Johnson. A great block there, and another wonderful block. 2 blocks sprung him out, and just Davius Reed just could not get in front of Tom Krieg to make that a one-play scoring drive. Don't blink. Don't reach for your drink. Don't just keep your eyes glued, because you don't know what you're going to miss.
A 49-yard run tears through the Las Vegas defense, and LA in striking distance again. Here is Richardson. Pressure coming. Down he goes. It's the rookie again, Ryan Ray.
Ryan Ray's been a ray of sunshine for this defense with his 2nd sack of the game.
Flips it. Picked! Going the other way! Fumbled and scooped by Las Vegas. The Fury take it away, and the recovery is there for Eric Davis.
Wow. What can you say? Is there anything else that can happen in this football game? You got a pick, a fumble, you get it recovered by the defense. Wow, you've had everything in this first half. Just when you thought Los Angeles was going to take the lead, another turnover, the 8th of the first half.
And whatever you do, don't move. There's 35 seconds left, and Las Vegas has all 3 timeouts. Pierce, out route there, is caught on the sideline for 7.
Guess who? On Blades once again. Blades almost having 200 yards for the half. It's unbelievable. Almost being half of the targets for Colin Pierce. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They're just putting points on the board.
This is the 20th drive of the first half of SFL action between these 2 teams. Give up the middle. Scott Johnson now getting involved out to the 40, and they'll go hurry up.
I don't know why they're going hurry up. They have the full complement of timeouts there. They might see the defense in a different thing here, but they just might be happy just to try to run this clock out, going at the half, 27 apiece.
I'm amazed they don't have a deep shot in this formation. Pierce under center will throw again out to Johnson, trying to get to the edge. He will not get to the sideline, and that will take us to the end of the first half. Gerald, I hope you brought your heart medicine. 27-27. It is a tie game, and we've seen just about every firework that an SFL game could possibly bring us.
Oh, I can't wait to see these halftime stats, to be completely honest with you. Like you said, what can you say about this first half? As you can see here, coming up, we're not going to get...
no break.
Even the stat guys don't even get a chance to take a break. They're all confused with what's going on. But either way, you had 8 total turnovers in the first half. Sully Richardson, 143 passing. Robert Johnson, 130 on the ground. Colin Pierce, 296 24 touchdowns, 5 picks, a QBR of 93.8 with 5 picks. How does that happen?
All right, let's reset. No points for anyone. It's a tie ball game, and we got to get going. 22 minutes on the clock. This is the Simulation Football League. I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth is Gerald Giudice. We have David Harrell, Delaney Nash, and Stephen Hacker in the stats truck for us, helping us out. They are the real heroes tonight, as are the players on the field. Colin Pierce, the rookie, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks, but it's Sully Richardson who starts out. 2 touchdowns, 2 picks for Richardson. Shotgun snap, Sully, pressure coming, he runs right into the sack. Oh, Las Vegas brought the pressure, and Slyn Shady takes him down.
Slyn Shady with his first sack of the ball game already has 7 tackles, and congratulations to Slyn Shady. He just surpassed the 700 tackle mark for his career, going to 23rd all-time. Congratulations there.
Huge way to get it there. 23rd all-time. Love it from the big guy. Deep throw there. Oh, picked. What a catch, but it's out of bounds. It won't count, but one of the more athletic plays I've seen.
Tried to get the feet. That ball was just thrown, luckily for Sully Richardson, out of bounds, or that would have been the 8th interception of the game. Unreal going on here in Los Angeles tonight.
5 wide here on 3rd and 18. Richardson stands alone in the gun. They're bringing 4 for Las Vegas. Richardson loads the cannon, tipped up and incomplete. It was in and out of the hands of the defender, and Tom Krieg might not have been caught if he was able to catch that one.
That could have been a pick 6. And I coming out of the minor league, Tom Krieg was used as a safety blitz a lot of the time. That's why I gave him his nickname, Tom Blitz Krieg. They have him back in coverage and just did a great job on that one. Finally, we have a 3-and-out, and we don't have a turnover.
Los Angeles on to punt this one away. Travis Warren will kick it. Standing for the return is Las Vegas. They will start at the 42-yard line. Pierce comes back on with a short field.
And this might not be conducive for him because he doesn't have to throw a 60 or a 70-yard bomb to get a touchdown here. But the stats are just amazing. How can you have a quarterback with 5 interceptions, have a quarterback rating of 93? Hey, gonna come back firing again.
Give right side. Johnson with room. Johnson down the sideline. Through one. Oh, see you later, Scott Johnson.
I believe this is the 3rd touchdown drive for Las Vegas. That's one play. This time it's Johnson on a 42-yard run. And let's see some great blocking there. And as you see, Peter Say misses the tackle. And as much as I love you, Marv Rivers, you're not gonna catch Scott Johnson in a foot race there. And just like that, it's a 33-27 ball game here, less than a minute into this 3rd quarter. I think the light bulbs of the scoreboard is going to burn out here in a few minutes.
Well, the highest scoring SFL game, Gerald, in history was 121 combined points. It was between Oklahoma City and Houston on March 26th, 2016, where they scored 121 points. The final was 62-59 in overtime. We are now 60 points away from hitting that total, so just a little under that pace with 10 minutes to go. A minute here into the 3rd quarter as Johnson rips off a 42-yard run to ignite this game on fire. Las Vegas kicks it back to the Lycans.
You just don't know what else you're going to see next here. I'm waiting for a returner to take it back 104 yards. The only thing that we really haven't seen in this game is a return for a touchdown. But let's see if Los Angeles now can respond with a drive of their own here. It's just been a quick strike Las Vegas offense. Like I said, 3 touchdowns on a 1-play drive.
2 receivers split out. Richardson going to try and sling this one. Out route caught by Flash. Flash able to pick up 7 to the LA 30.
As you see, the
Nice out
over-under
route.
has now been changed to infinity, but it was a great out route. Just absolutely froze linebacker Jay Drury right there. But it's just you cannot keep your eyes off this football game here. You said both of these teams are coming in the top 5 in defense, but you can just throw that right out the window.
3 backs in the backfield. They'll give Johnson left side. Johnson not going to get to the marker. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Big stop. They're not coming up here on a big 3rd down and 2. Right now, Los Angeles 3 for 8 on 3rd down conversions here. They got to find a way to stop them anyway. They need that 1st down, and they need it now.
2 backs in the backfield. Give Johnson right up the middle. 1st down yardage to the 34. Tackle made by Sawyer, but not before they'll move the chains.
This is surprising because as much as the Las Vegas defense has been on the field, their offense is helping going on these 1-play scoring drives, that they're not being able to run the football a little bit more effective here. But we'll see what happens here on 1st and 10.
3-3 look here. They'll give Johnson. Johnson threw one, and oh, he's walloped on the other side.
Eric Itera again with a big hit. Just burying his shoulder right between the numbers. Just absolutely lit up Johnson on that play.
Here's a look at Reed. 4 catches for him. Bunch look here out of Las Vegas. Richardson's going to take a shot. One-hand snag! Davius Reed! Oh, boy!
If that ball was a little bit more on target, we'd still be calling this play. But what a catch there by Davius Reed. As you can just see him go up behind him, just right in the mid, like, boy, check his head to see if he has any stickum on there. I believe stickum was illegal back in the 70s. I have no idea how he got that ball in there. But what a catch.
Everything is illegal in this game with how these teams have been scoring. 2 in the backfield. They'll give Johnson right up the middle. Johnson hit in the head with a brick by Max Jackson and Day Drury.
Day Drury coming up with a hit and Max Jackson, like you said. But, wow, just if you're not entertained by this game, I don't know what to tell you, because this is SFL action at its finest.
They give Johnson up the middle again. He's tackled harshly, but that seems like one of the softer hits we've seen in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's like you just sat on the ground here, like, okay, there you go. Nicky Contoy just not being as aggressive as America Terry, but still gets the job done here. You see the rookie Ryan Ray, 2.5 sacks plus 2 tackles, having a great debut game.
5 wide against Bunch. Pay attention. Here is Richardson to throw. Richardson hits Flash. Caught right across the middle. Big play. Jack Flash.
Again, across the middle on a big 3rd down play. And it's Sully Richard going to his tight end safety blanket. Mr. Jack Flash, as you can see, great throw. Only where Jack could get it. And it's a methodical drive coming down here. And we'll see what's going to go on here with Los Angeles. See if they can tie this game up at 34.
Check that. Was Chris Lee on the catch. Good catch by Lee, the rookie. Spread look here. Lee in the slot. Richardson going to fire deep to the end zone. Tipped away. Incomplete there. Las Vegas makes the play. Chris Magel, the rookie, gets a hand to it. Was trying to find Pryor.
Going to go into triple coverage here. There hasn't been enough interceptions thrown in this game. Let's try to get one more. That window was absolutely shut and locked. He still tried to find LZ Pryor back in the end zone here. 2nd and 10.
3 wide. Jack Flash on the top of the line, lined up at a tight end spot. 3-3 look here out of Las Vegas. Richardson Two-step drop out of the gun, fires on the corner route, jump ball caught! Jack Flash! One-on-one, a 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it.
Oh, jumping Jack Flash right there. As you see, the ball just thrown. Great camera view here. Just thrown up, and he goes up and just takes it right in front of Merrick Itera, who probably thought he had an interception and just took it away. Like you said, a great call. 50-50 ball. Jack Flash comes down with it, and they're cooking inside the 5.
Twins to the top of the screen. 4-4 look out of Las Vegas. They give Johnson no good. That toss to Flash that's what they call tall ball, Gerald. That's when you have a tall receiver like a 6'6 tight end and a tall quarterback like Sully Richardson at 6'3, and you go bully a defender like Merrick Itera at 6'3 by throwing it up as high as you can and letting your receiver just rebound it. Flash hauled it in, and it moves them down here, 2nd and goal. Give Johnson pushing, not going to get there.
Up at the 2 as Ryan Ray held on to his legs for dear life, not letting him get in the end zone. If you're 3rd and goal here at the 2, it seems like Las Vegas is teeing off on Johnson. Do you go to Jack Flash here on a little bit of a slant route or maybe even a corner?
I go out route here, top of the screen. Here is Richardson to throw. It's a slant instead, and it's a touchdown for Chris Lee. Touchdown, LA, and the score continues to climb between these two teams.
What a throw. It was a great route run there by Chris Lee. He's just cutting across the middle, just a whole bunch of formation, and that's a great play call. When you have a trip bunch and then you just have no idea which way these receivers are going, you have to choose which 2 is going to go to the outside, and all 3 defenders went to the outside and left Lee wide open in the middle of the field. Great play call there on 3rd down to get in the end zone.
M's on to try and add the extra point. Kick is on the way and good. It is now 68 combined points, and we still, Gerald, don't have a leader. We're tied.
Just unbelievable. Just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, scoring football. Now, you got to be careful here now because Las Vegas are loving the one-play scoring drives here. And just, oh my gosh, just unreal play by both of these ball clubs offensively, just shredding the opposing defense.
Kick on the way, and the return for Las Vegas will be brought out. Spin move, still on his feet. Oh, Gerald, you almost jinxed us.
Almost. Rochelle Colson comes up with the stop, but Britton with a nice return. And here we go again. What is Colin Pierce going to do with the football now?
It just feels, Gerald, like every time Las Vegas has the ball, the first play is the most important.
Oh, definitely, because they're just teeing off and just going deep, getting protection, and they're actually going to run the football this time.
Yeah, they're going backwards there. Johnson on the stretch play against an open side of the field just gets buried. It looked like Los Angeles was ready for that. Jack Hacksaw in the backfield to make the play.
Give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Michelle Colston, Hey Yosef, Aldrin Bourne, Kolodopoulos, Andre Krim, Damon Slater Rivers, Doug Britton, Oregon 610, Matthew Slady Shin. We got all sorts of people.
Fires, and that's picked off. Going back the other way down the sideline. The SFL should be pay-per-view. That's a pick 6, and Ryan Yosef's 4th pick of the game.
Wow. That was getting everybody called in there. Hey, yo, his 4th interception. Like you said, a pick 6. His 2nd of his career. And again, a touchdown for the Los Angeles Lycans. And just, what can you say? 6 interceptions here by Colin Pierce, and the team's only down a touchdown.
The 6th interception for Pierce, 3 away from a record in a single game. Not something we want to see him hit, but just goes to show you how wild this game has been. It's another touchdown for one of these two franchises 75 total points combined with 4:03 to go in the third. And Gerald, it's still just a one-score game.
I'm at a loss for words. I mean, what? Like I said, the only thing that we haven't seen is a return touchdown yet on a kick return or a punt return. Heck, the punters aren't even coming to the game. We only had 4 punts in the game. So it's basically, this is going to be whoever has the ball last is going to win.
Return here out down the left side will go to the 23, and that's the thing about Las Vegas, Gerald, is when they're down, they have the plays in the playbook to just take deep shots, right? So you know, if you're in a 1 or 2 score game, they really could get back in it with 1 or 2 plays.
As we saw, no lead for safe in this game at all. Let's see what Colin Pierce can do here on 1st and 10.
Pierce under center against a 4-3 here for Los Angeles. They give Johnson, and Johnson up the middle will pick up 5.
Johnson having, I wouldn't say a great day. 10 carries for 55 yards. Don't forget, 42 of that came on 1 run. So the other runs, he hasn't been very spectacular on.
2 in the backfield, Twins, top of the screen, wide open up there. Los Angeles playing some soft coverage. That could be good for a little something. No, they go Johnson up the middle, and he will not get a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
I'm surprised they haven't thrown the football, because it just seems like they're having, it's either feast or famine with them throwing the football. It's either going to go for a touchdown or a big play, or it's going to be a big play for the defense here. 3rd and 5. They're 4 for 6 on 3rd downs there. Let's see what they can do.
Snap here. Pierce under pressure. Hit as he threw, and it's incomplete. Blaze came on the blitz. One of the first time we've seen him blitz tonight, and Los Angeles gets a stop.
What a play call there by the defensive coordinator, Sully Richardson, to send Buddy Blaze on a blitz, forcing the punt. An unbelievable defensive stand here for LA with the lead.
Yeah, well, and I was just going to say, Gerald, it feels so much more vital than it actually is. I mean, in reality here, we're looking at 3 minutes to go in the third and a 1-score game, and they're kicking it to Los Angeles. But with momentum, I mean, it feels like that is the biggest break of the game.
Oh, it definitely. And as you saw, to keep the ball safe, Tom Rahman Jr. calls for the fair catch, which I think at this point of the football game, everything that's going on was a smart move. Let's see if the Sully Richardson, the 4-season vet here, can drive them down the field to get them to at least a 2-score lead.
3-3 look out of Las Vegas. Here is the flip. Out route there is caught, and turning upfield is Elsie Pryor. Picks up 9.
He had 2 receivers there. Hit Elsie Pryor on the out route. Brings up 2nd and 1. I like what Los Angeles is doing. They're just taking what defense is giving them, slowing the play down just a little bit here to try to run some of this clock out now that they have the lead.
That was the first punt since the opening drive from halftime. Let's see what LA can do with it. Johnson stuffed on that one. Will bring up 3rd and an important 2. Rhett Sawyer making the play.
Sawyer coming up with the tackle there. Like you said, an important 3rd and 2 right now for Los Angeles. Coming up here with less than 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. If they can get this first down, it could be huge for their offense.
2 backs in the backfield, 4-4 look. They are going to throw out of it. Flips out to a wide open Johnson with room, and he has enough for the first down. LA keeps the drive alive.
Great pass. I wish that ball would have been with a little bit more speed instead of arced out there to give him a little bit more of a run to go up the field, but he gets the first down, keeps the clock running, and more importantly, keeps the drive alive.
Well, if you want a little more excitement, the other game between Sioux Falls and Charleston, TD Drew out of the game with a knee injury. Gerald will not return.
That's huge, the knee injury for TD Drew, and that could just change that game up. You hate to see an injury change a game, but that's what happens in football.
Sioux Falls on top in that one, 13-10 in the 3rd quarter on Simulationfl's Twitch page. Shotgun look here for Sully Richardson. 2nd and a country mile here. Vegas playing bump again. 56 to go here in the 3rd. Richardson fires across the middle. Wide open receiver for first down yardage. Chris Lee.
They've been running that play across the middle quite a bit. And it's either been Jack Flash or Chris Lee. This time it's Chris Lee. And as you see, that ball is absolutely perfectly thrown to only where Chris Lee could get it. And they are just across the midfield stripe and moving the football.
These defenses have struggled mightily tonight. Not trying to throw anyone under the bus, just trying to tell the tale of the tape as you look at the scoreboard. Here is the give. Johnson, the one thing these defenses have done, Gerald, is they have been able to stuff the run.
Have been able to stuff the run. I mean, you had a 49-yarder there by Robert Johnson. But now Robert Johnson's over 130 yards for the game for Los Angeles. So they're really trying to keep the offense balanced here. I mean, you have Sully with 33 attempts and you have 23 runs for Robert Johnson.
1 quarter to go. 7 points, the difference between these two teams. LA 41, Las Vegas 34. Get your 4s up in the chat. Shotgun look, 4 wide here for Sully Richardson. 3-2 look out of Las Vegas. Richardson adjusts the play at the line here to throw. Out route there is caught. Going to be good for 3 yards or so. Pryor with the catch.
Pryor with the catch. I don't know if they call that a catch. I don't know if got the foot in bounds. I wasn't quite sure there, but it brings up a 3rd and 11 situation here again for the Los Angeles Lycans here. See what they can do here on 3rd and 11.
4 wide, Richardson in the gun. 3-2 look here out of Las Vegas. Richardson fires across the middle, caught, first down yardage. They keep the drive moving again. It's Chris Lee, the rookie, with another 3rd down conversion.
Again, 3rd down across the middle. Seems to be money right now. Los Angeles, as you see again, just nobody in the area. It's an easy pitch and catch there as the strong safety Chuck Warsaw makes the tackle for Las Vegas. But this is the drive that Los Angeles needed against this Las Vegas Fury defense.
Give Johnson through 1, and Johnson picks up 5. Strong carry, able to shove Eric Davis to the ground, and Davis isn't a small guy, 6'2", 235.
So Johnson ran with some gumption right there. And I think this year at Los Angeles, you actually have constructed a pretty good drive right now. Just mixing the run and the pass. Basically just getting this game settled down just a little bit.
That carry will set up 3rd and 4 at the 23.
Davis was going to get stiffed on last time. Tackle along with Max Jackson here. Another 3rd down here. They're in field goal range here to take it to a 2-score game. You just don't want to, and I hope I don't jinx anybody, turn the ball over here as you're in field goal range.
Richardson under center. Johnson the back. Richardson, oh! Demolished from the backside! Slim Shady buries him at the 31.
That's a big-time sack right there. He just untouched, unabated. He had no shot. He was lucky to turn. He was lucky to turn a little bit to see him, or that would have been a blindside hit. Those are the type of ones that bend the quarterback in half backwards that just don't look good. He held on to the ball, didn't fumble it. We got a field goal attempt here for Rob Ems to get it to a 10-point lead.
Yeah, those are the type of sacks that end careers. Richardson lucky to be able to walk off the turf after that one. Not going to lie to you. Ems sends this one up and through from 47. Now 44 to 34. A 10-point lead for the Lycans.
You think with 8-something to go, you'd think a 10-point lead might be good, but if you've been watching this game, you know that is not the case. We'll see what happens here with the punt, with the kickoff return here. I believe Britain's due for a big return here. He has averaging 23.5 for the season right now. I think he needs to break one here to help at least Las Vegas in decent field position.
Return here will be brought out of the end zone and out to the 21, and that is where Colin Pierce will come back out. If you're just joining us, 4 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for Colin Pierce, and he's only down by 10. He's thrown it 30 times, completing 16 of them for 296 yards, and the leading receiver is John Blades with 3 touchdowns and 201 yards. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 tight ends. They'll give Johnson running right. Johnson into the open field, across the 40, across the 50. Johnson will get brought down at the 37, and the guy gets going.
I thought you were gonna take another one to the house there, but just great blocking up front here. I just saw a beautiful block there by the fullback Malcolm Crowe to spring him. And Buddy Blaze was blazing down the sidelines there to catch him. And just like that, the field slipped on one play. And they're in business, cooking at the 37.
42-yard run resets this offense at the 37. First and 10. 8 minutes to go in the fourth. Pierce going to dump it out to Johnson on the outside. Had to collect his footing. He'll only get a yard.
He couldn't get his footing quite right there, catching the football, but still managed to gain a yard, bringing up 2nd and 9 here at the 36. I'm surprised that they're going to these short, conservative passes now, considering that they were having a lot of success throwing the ball deep.
2 receivers bottom of the screen against a 4-4 here for Los Angeles. This could be a shot. Pierce going to throw, and that's Blades, good for 4 or 5.
He's up a 2nd and 3 situation here. Las Vegas hasn't had a lot of 3rd down attempts here. This is going to be their 8th compared to 14 for Los Angeles. They've completed 4 of these conversions here. Let's see if they can go 5 for 8.
2 receivers top of the screen, the tight end on the bottom and the top of the formation, someone to watch. Pierce looking to throw, pressure right behind him, unloads to Johnson. Johnson tackled short of the sticks at the 33, and that's going to put them on the edge of Otis Bordeaux's field goal range.
And that was a great coverage downfield. That was basically a coverage check down there, nowhere to go, and then the pressure from the outside end makes a throw that just wasn't going to get to a 1st down anywhere close. Bring up a 50-yard field goal attempt here.
Bordeaux on the 2nd-year man will send it towards the uprights, and the foot is good. Again, would have been good from 55 there. Gerald, these kickers have stayed true after that missed extra point.
Missed extra point. And again, that missed extra point now can really come back to haunt them. They're down 7. They'd only be down 6 with that extra point. So you think with all the points being scored, it wouldn't come to haunt them. It just might.
That will set them up here to kick it away with just under 7 to go. Likens will get the ball and have a return. Rahman, hitting the top of the mouth. What a knock.
Might want to go see the dentist after this, and that was a shot right to the head. Oh.
These 2 teams, no love lost between them. A couple of members on each side that are familiar with one another is one way that we'll put it. And that will set them up here in a high-scoring game with the ball lead back down to 7. Richardson gives Johnson. Johnson with good blocks on this left side. And Johnson, ran right into the tackle of Itera. Nice job by Merrick to get off the block.
Yeah, but if he would have broke that to the outside, I think he still might have been running here. You see just great, you got some great penetration in there by Red Sawyer, but he just took himself out of the play. Basically ran so far upfield and just opened a hole. Robert Johnson to run through here. And if you're the biggest fear, you need somehow either force a stop or force a turnover.
3 wide in the gun. 4-2 look here out of Las Vegas. Richardson tries to go Davius Reed deep, and it's deflected, incomplete. Looked like it didn't have enough air under it. Max Jackson there to make the play.
It didn't. You called that correctly. Hit that one on the head. That ball had a little bit more air, a little less air under it, just thrown hard. That might have got there, but it gave enough chance for the defender there to make the play on it, bring up 2nd and 10.
Bunch formation to the top of the formation. One split out here. Flash is down to the bottom of your screen. They'll give to Johnson, and that is just not a great play for LA. Las Vegas was all over it.
Chris Magel, the rookie, coming up with the stop here. Now it's 3rd and 12 here at your own 29. You throw a deep pass here to try to get the first down. Do you play conservative here to not possibly turn the ball over? Hard to say here with less than 6 minutes to go in the game.
4 wide. Richardson, the snap. Richardson going to sling it, and it is caught. The outstretched arms of the receiver Pryor haul it in.
What a catch in traffic there by LZ Pryor as Richardson once again across the middle of the field. Just an unbelievable throw. Just absolutely picture perfect. If it was going to be, if it wasn't going to be caught, it was going to be incomplete. Great throw. The veteran shows some poise there and gets the first down and keeps the clock and the drive moving.
5 wide. Richardson in the gun. 3-2 look out of Las Vegas. Here's Richardson. Plenty of time. Slings it. Caught across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. Another grab there for LA to move the chains again. That one is Isaiah Barrett.
They are that 12 to 14-yard pass that's just going like a little in route across the middle is absolutely finding its mark here on the Las Vegas Fury defense.
4-4 look out of the Fury defense. This could be a shot if LA wants to take one. Single back. Richardson, 5-step drop, fires deep down the field. Flash is wide open, and Colin Trelli cleans it up at the 19.
You are right on the money with your call once again with that 4-4. Basically, it was just a go route, just going right up the field there and got a little bit late. I guess they're going to thinking about getting more of a bump there, but Flash got off the bump coverage there really pretty clean and was just able to get there for a great gain there. And now they're cooking inside the red zone.
LA up by 7, trying to extend this lead late in the ball game. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth of a wild game so far. 2 to the top of the screen for Richardson in the gun. Richardson looks to sling this one over the top. Touchdown, Davius Reed. Touchdown, LA Lycans. They extend.
Wow, what a drive. What a throw by Tony Richardson. Davius Reed with, I believe it was a one-handed catch, but they just lost track of him as there was two receivers in the area, and a jury just had to pick which one, and the other player was going to be wide open. It was a no-win situation for Jury. Covers the one right receiver and leaves Davius Reed wide open for the touchdown.
Looked like a too soft defense, which you should not be running against a team like LA with that many receivers. I'll leave it at that. Extra point is up, and there we have it. Gerald, we've seen just about everything.
Yeah, pretty much. You name it, we've seen it here in this game. Los Angeles back up 14 with 4 minutes to go here. But don't count Las Vegas out. They were down this many points before, and then all of a sudden, bang, turnover, bang, it was a tie game again. So let's see if Colin Pierce has any more magic in that arm of his.
14 is the difference, and Pierce will bring the offense back out at the 22. Have had a couple of drives where one play has sent it for 6. Colin Pierce is not afraid to load and fire, so let's see if the offensive coordinator will give him the keys to send it.
He's back in the shotgun here. This is where all the magic was happening in that magic run early in the third quarter. Let's see if he can make it again.
Audible here for the rookie. Stands in the pocket, going to deliver out to Johnson. Johnson lost his footing, and he'll lose 2. And it's almost as if, Gerald, that when Colin Pierce doesn't have the deep throw, he should just throw it out of bounds.
And that play has not been working. As Johnson can't get his feet underneath him. He has 8 catches for 11 yards. He's definitely going the wrong way on the last 2 catches that he's had. If you're Colin Pierce here, you're just got to start throwing the football here. Maybe see if they can get them burnt deep again. They got to start throwing the ball north-south.
3 receivers wide. Pierce on a 5-step drop. There's the deep ball, and it's caught. First down to the 42, a 21-yard completion to Blades.
Blades has been quiet here in the second half. Came up big day with the catch. It's first and 10.
Pierce hurries him back to the line here with 3.5 to go. Pumps. Deep shot again is complete again to Blades. Same play, same result.
And right now they're already down inside the Los Angeles 30-yard line. And they have less than a minute on this drive.
Out route there is caught by Kirby. Good for 6, and they're back to the line quickly.
See something in this defense that they can exploit. And Colin Pierce has been exploiting them all the way.
Pierce fires, caught, and Blades cuts the defense for more points.
Wow, his 4th touchdown of the game if it stands.
That's going to be a late hit, Gerald. It will count. Las Vegas puts more points on the board, cuts the game back down to 7.
Like I said, you just can't go away from it. You see the hurry up offense, you see just a great catch there. 280 yards and 4 touchdowns for John Blades. I mean, Colin Pierce, 24-38, 377, 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. I mean, that's just an unheard of line right there.
Extra point up and good. We're back to a 7-point difference. Gerald, 3:01 to go.
If you're LA, I think you just, on this drive, you hand the ball off to number 33, and you just try.
Hold the phone. They are going for the onside, Gerald. No need to talk about LA just yet. Las Vegas wants the ball back right now. Bordeaux lines this thing up. And we are underway. It's a high bouncer off the hands of LA. And who fell on it? Who fell on it? It would appear that Las Vegas has the football.
I thought that Lycans came up with that ball. I believe it was Scotty Marshall.
They
backup
did. You are
cornerback
correct.
was unbelievable. Johnny on the spot. I disagree with that. With 3 minutes to go, you have confidence in your defense because right now, a first down will put you back down 2 scores. I disagree with going for the onside kick that early.
Give Johnson! First down to the 34. Nice carry. And the Lycans are in striking distance already.
That's why with that much time to go, you had all 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. It was way too early to go for the onside kick. I mean, I know you're Las Vegas and you like to gamble in Las Vegas. That was the wrong time to do it.
2:39 to go. They will get to the 2-minute warning here on offense. Then Vegas will be able to use their timeouts. Single back is Johnson. 2 receivers wide. 4-4 look out of the Fury. If you're LA, do you dare throw the football? Richardson gives Johnson right side. Johnson wrapped up and brought down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. He did lose a yard, Gerald. Interesting to note.
Yeah, it's still a 52-yard field goal coming up if they don't get any more yards.
7-point ball game here in Los Angeles. Lycans trying to hang on to this lead. Las Vegas trying to force an error. Don't go anywhere. Two backs in the backfield. They've had success out of this set so far today. 2 minutes to go. They give Johnson right side with a little bit of room, and Johnson will pick up a couple before he is wrapped up, and Vegas will use their first timeout, bringing up a 3rd and 4.
This is basically going to be the ball game right here. A first down basically ends up there. Right now, they are in field goal range here. You saw Ems hit the back of the netting there from 50. Let's see what happens here. That ball should not be thrown at all.
Four wide against 4 receivers. Richardson gonna throw it. He fires, and it's caught on the slant for a first down to the 19. Jack Flash may have just put the dagger in this game for LA.
I believe that is what you can call it here, because that was, again, a 3rd down. Jack Flash, I can't tell you how many 3rd down conversions here Jack Flash has had on the receiving end, but they're 8 for 16 for 3rd down conversions. That was huge.
Single back offset to the right. 2 receivers, bottom of the screen. Give Johnson. Johnson right up the middle. Colin Trelli wraps him up, and Las Vegas uses their last timeout.
Now it's going to be, if Johnson or whoever handles the football now puts the ball on the ground, that ball should not be thrown. I mean, even if I was Los Angeles, you're already in field goal, I'd take 2 knees here and kick the field goal.
They will bring out the victory formation to take some knees. Gerald, the only thing that I would say is that with LA's ability to just chuck it and score on one play at a time, they really only need, 6 seconds?
Yeah, true. But, hey, we've seen a block extra point, so it's not out of the realm of that a special teams play can happen, but I think it's a smart play just to go here, just take the couple knees here.
In the other game, Charleston has outscored Sioux Falls 12-0, all on field goals since the backup quarterback entered the game. Gerald, some wild SFL action tonight.
If you turn into either game, you have been just involved with the games. Just unbelievable SFL action right here late on this Saturday evening.
So Los Angeles has to kick this one with, roughly 25, 30 seconds on this. Then you got to return. So Pierce will have roughly between 5 and 15 seconds to score in order to get the onside and have enough time to chuck it deep once. So it's possible, but not probable. Kick is on the way and good. That extends the lead to 10. Now a 54-44 ball game.
At that, I still think the Fury gambled on that onside kick and came up snake eyes. I just thought that with 3 minutes to go, that should have been kicked deep. Maybe get a turnover. If you got a 3 and out, you're going to have a decent field position. I just think that was a mistake there by head coach John Bond.
Kick is on the way. They will bring the return out across the 20-yard line, no further than that, right at the 19. 21 seconds in the ball game. Well, Colin Pierce not afraid to chuck it deep, Gerald, but he's got to keep the ball in the hands of Fury players.
And if I was Doug Britton, I think I would have taken a knee there and saved the precious few seconds that you had left here. You see Colin Pierce in the shotgun here, going to attempt his 39th pass of the football game.
3 wide for Pierce. Tight end on the line. Pierce going to throw on the out route. That is caught. Blades turning upfield. John Blades, does he have the speed? Blades down the sideline and pushed out of bounds. No! Inbounds? How is he inbounds? Not a chance.
Wow. There's a missed call right there. He was definitely out of bounds. They don't even have time to spike it.
That will end the game. I don't agree with the call, but Los Angeles will hold on to the lead, and they will win the game 54-44. Gerald, an incredible battle between these two teams.
Look at that. 1,019 yards of total offense. And look at the time possession. 2-1. Las Vegas only had the ball for 14 minutes in this game. Scored 44 points. I mean, you name it, you had in this game. Long drives with 7, 8, 10 plays. You had 3 drives with 1 play. You had 9 turnovers. A receiver with 4 touchdowns and 325 yards. Receiving, you have Robert Johnson with 172 yards and 31 carries. Davius Reed, 114 yards. You had 3 receivers for Sonny Richardson with touchdowns. Brian Joseph defensively with 4 interceptions with a pick 6. Man, it just, I mean, to name a player of the game here, I would say you'd have to go, man, Robert Johnson, maybe Ryan Joseph, but
it's got to be Joseph. 4 picks, 1 touchdown. I mean, come on.
Well, you have a guy on the other side with 4 touchdowns and 325 yards. You give it to the player on the losing side. I mean, that's just 14 catches for 325. 4 touchdowns is great.
Yeah.
They averaged 23.2 a catch. I mean, 23.2 a catch with 14 receptions is a pretty good day. I would say I would give it to John Blades in the losing effort. You might be right with Ryan Joseph with the 4 picks. Either way, it was a very entertaining game.
A gutsy performance from both teams. The rookie, Ryan Ray, gets into the action. 2.5 sacks, making up for lost time. Las Vegas, their first loss of the season, but it's one I don't think anyone will be ashamed of. Short of maybe thinking about Colin Pierce's 6 interceptions and how, you know, if you just throw 4 or 5, Gerald, you may have won the game. They will look back on that and try and find a way to move forward. Richardson is your player of the game, 332 yards and 4 touchdowns for Gerald Giudice. I'm Andy Hamilton. Thank you all for tuning in, and Week 3 action continues tomorrow.